Mic check, mic check. Alright, we're back. Anyway, welcome to another episode of Danganronpa Goodbye to Spirit. The last episode, we just started the trial. This might be a three-parter because I don't know like when my brother will be home and stuff, and he would want to play when he gets home. So this might be a three-parter, and I might do the third part tomorrow. Anyway, let's get started.
It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line.
Alright, that makes sense. We were talking about the oil lighter on how it caught on fire, and we're talking about how the cooling panels may have tipped it over.
Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Yep.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
Yep.
A domino effect? You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
Yep.
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels.
Yep.
So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
Would've, yeah.
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
Man, this plan is like somehow near perfect. Like he really thought this plan out.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino effect.
I'm not saying that because he turned off the lights, but I said this before, that his plan almost seems near perfect. Like, whoever did this, like Nagito did this to himself, his plan was perfect to commit suicide. If somebody else did it, this person's plan was perfect.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
Yeah. Just wait, before I do something, I want to check how to take a screenshot. Okay, yeah, okay. Then there's one other thing to hide the domino effect. What do you do to hide the domino effect, though? Is this replay?
I see!
I guess that because the music would be distracting. I didn't know it yet.
You're talking about the MP3 player, right?
I just thought of that because, the music might be distracting them.
That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
Oh, no, I don't want to listen to this again. That's in the warehouse.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
That's good story, man. It's fine, open it slowly. No, that's not the problem. Seriously, it'll be fine. Those was kind of rushed off. Everyone's warning to slowly open the door to the warehouse. Kind of. Open the door, I can barely open it. You know, that's a trap. Seriously, just stop. Okay? That's it'll be fine. I got to use it a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Kind of going to protest it with a mighty kick. The door. Yeah, with a mighty kick. Not a little bit of a kick, just a mighty kick. Anyway, it opens, right?
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
Yeah.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, good job, Akane. You could just kicked it a little bit.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least,
You don't look so sure.
at the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
But the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
That door was the only entrance to the warehouse. I see, so the problem Chiaki's talking about is we couldn't take any merch. They could have hit inside, the killer couldn't have left, we couldn't see inside. The problem is that the killer couldn't have left.
I see!
Oh wow. I just guessed that, but yeah, that's true.
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
I just remember after I was on the fourth trial, some people were talking to me saying, okay, you're after the 4th trial, I want you to be prepared for the 5th trial. Because I remember them saying this to me. Saying, be prepared. I said this in the last episode, but I need to say it again. Because it really actually kind of like scared me. They were saying, be prepared for like you gotta be prepared for the 5th one. Because the 5th trial will be the hardest class trial, but also the most fun and best class trial in the series. So yeah. I'm gonna stay sure and everything. I'm gonna stay aware. But like, let's just hope let's just see what we can do. Another thing as well is that like, I'm just really tired. I'm actually really tired. I didn't go to bed till 2. I was up for New Year's Eve.
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
Huh?
You don't mean...
But that's true. This murder.
Hajime? What do you mean?
Wait. What you have to say again? You don't have to think so hard. There's actually one person who could have possibly done this. Nagito himself. The person who set up the domino effect inside the warehouse. There's only one person who could have done that. Alright, well, I know who it is. I'm a normie. You were annoying. You were really cool. Oh, that's a big X. You're really cool. Decorative Kane. Baby Gangsta. Really energetic. Best character ever in the entire series. Best character. Thick nurse. Fake fast. Ultimate gamer. Thick gamer girl, I don't know. Well, how's this be girlfriend? That's okay. Strong buff dude, ultimate shooter. This is the princess. Pervert. And you deserve better. You're a simp. You are annoying.
This is my answer!
Wait, that's the first time I heard him say this. This is my answer.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
Yeah, but he could have been the only one to set up if he committed suicide.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
It'd be cool if... It'd be really cool if they did another suicide, but I feel like that would be way too obvious.
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
What if he was the culprit?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid.
It's possible. Don't like mistake it. Like it can be possible. I'm just lying on my bed, so
His body was covered in torture wounds. Or did you already forget?
He could have done himself.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
Wait, that would explain the duct tape over his face so he can keep himself from screaming.
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
He's crazy enough to like hurt himself.
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember?
Is he crazy enough to kill himself though? See, this is why I think it's too obvious. Is he crazy enough to kill himself?
Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Wonder how that's true.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
Like I said, it seems impossible if you think about it, but I feel like I'm overlooking something. Alright, well, burn rope maybe? I don't know. Oh my gosh, right there. I don't know. Nothing here seems like it would work except for burn rope. If I had to take something, but let's see.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Yeah, take that first.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail.
What?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
What?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs, that's obviously impossible!
Arms and legs.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Make an accomplice.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
That's it. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I don't know about that. This is one of those pretty strong, but well, it was so nice. Nice, but I'm pretty... Oh, crap! I was making a mistake.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs, that's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is tying both arms would be
You couldn't do much with the free... It'd be impossible if you were by yourself!
I actually have no idea.
How about if you use your teeth?
Oh, crap.
Or if you use your...
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Oh,
no, that's wrong.
Guess I was right. That was the first one.
Hold on a sec. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms.
Yeah, only one of it.
The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
Yeah, it was rather burnt rope, but also nothing that I got from that. Like, all those evidences seemed like useless, except for burnt rope. But if that wasn't right, I knew I definitely had to take something.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
The proof that the burnt rope on Nagito's arm is a trap. The lighter the right sleeve, the duct tape, the knife in his right hand. He's doing, knife.
Crap!
I actually have no idea.
Crap! Crap!
Right sleeve? What?
I see!
I see! I had no idea it was that.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, his sleeve wasn't burned at all. A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll let you cop a feel if you want.
Nah, I'm not taking Chiaki than you.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
Make sure they pay you first. I'd rather take him. I'd rather take him from Chiaki though than Akane.
That's definitely wrong.
Okay, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, I'm just a pervert like everyone else. Gosh dang it. I'm sorry for all this. Like.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
The only reason I'm saying that is because Chiaki definitely has to be his girlfriend, and Chiaki will get a bit mad if I did it with someone else. You know what high school students? What do high school students do at times like this?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know.
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me. Give me back that Benjamin.
Oh no. No one can try to charge me. Now she wants the money back? What the heck?
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill it.
If it's something lame, I'll make you give back the Benjamin with 10,000% interest.
Well, way to stab yourself in the right hand using only the right hand. It's okay. There's definitely an answer for this. I have no idea. Social rooms, burn ropes. I will name out 2 blessings. I don't know actually. What could this be? Not the oil lighter, not the torture wounds. Burn rope. No, not the survival knife. Yeah, like what else could? Not Makura plus. Definitely not this. Well, maybe, but it's a small chance. Hoping the blow on the girder. Let's go with survival knife.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
I think so.
Maybe he propped the knife somehow? And
Maybe?
slammed his right hand down on it?
Maybe.
Propped it onto what?
That's the thing, though.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even...
Oh my god, oh my god.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Wait, is this right?
how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Boom.
I agree with that. The life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
I wonder whoever got that on the first try. I honestly was like, pop the knife? And then I remember seeing the Monokuma plushie with the bloody hole in it, and I was thinking, that might be it. And I was like, I was right. I think I might be the... I wonder how hard that might have been to guess.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach.
I wonder how long that might take.
He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it.
Yeah, that's the only reason like this.
If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the plushie came from Nagito after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
Yep.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand, he no longer needed the plushie, so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
He probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem.
What's that?
The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
My god, no, stop it.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Sorry, my controller died. Please stop. Somebody stop, Kazuichi.
Say it one more time.
Oh my
I
god!
need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Okay, I'm using this bad controller that doesn't, I'm using the one that, like, makes it all stacky and something, so let's hope it doesn't make it so stacky this time.
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stab into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
Not impossible, but like... Well, actually, no, it's impossible.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that.
No, that could be suicide.
To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You did it, though.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
Please don't say just like Gunner as well, because Sonya will absolutely go off.
You just shut your mouth! It's against the rules to interfere with everyone! If you even think about doing anything, I have a plan of my own!
Mononomi's sassing me!
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far, so... This might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Of course that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
Yep, me too.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his condition.
I did say difficult.
Okay, fine. You know vanilla frappuccino?
I got the chocolate one, you got the vanilla.
Okay, just wait, let me save this. Okay, Anthony. Alright, that's gonna be it for today because my brother's now gonna play.
Danganronpa.
Let me just check if it saved, okay? Okay, it did. Anyway, that will be it for today, probably, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!